Canonicalization for SEO refers to normalizing or redirecting to a single dominant version of multiple URLs. It can be a challenging concept to understand and how to pronounce canonicalization, but it's essential to creating an optimized website. The fundamental problem that canonicalization can stem from is from multiple uses for a single piece of writing, a paragraph, or more often an entire page of content that appears in multiple locations on one website or even on multiple websites. For search engine, this presents a conundrum. Which version of this content should this show to the searchers? In SEO, this is referred to as duplicate content too. To provide the best user experience, search engines will rarely show multiple duplicate pieces of content and are thus forced to choose which version is most likely to be the original or the best. This is the code example of canonicalization. In this code, where we use the ring, rel is equal to canonical, and then we are giving the href and the URL. We are telling search engines that this page is the original version of the content and please show this page wherever necessary. For SEOs, canonicalization refers to individual web pages that can be loaded from multiple URLs. This is a problem because when multiple pages have the same content but different URLs, links that are intended to go to the same page get split up among different URLs. This means that the popularity of the page gets split up too. Unfortunately for web developers, this happens far too often because of the default settings of web servers. The following lists show the most common canonicalization errors that can be produced when using the default settings on the two most common servers, the Apache server and the Microsoft server or the IIS server. Each of these URLs spreads out the value of inbound links to the home page. This means that if the home page has multiple links to these various URLs, majority search engines give them credit separately and not in a combined manner. Luckily for SEO, web developers developed methods for redirection so that the URLs can be changed and combined. The two primary types of server redirects indicate a 301 redirect and a 302 redirect. A 301 indicates an HTTP status that says move permanently, and a 302 redirect is temporary. Though the difference appears to be merely semantic, the actual results are dramatic. Google does not pass link juice or ranking power equally between normal links and server redirects. Engineers and SEOs at the MOZ have done considerable amount of testing around the subject and have concluded that a 301 redirect passes between 90 to 99% of their value, whereas a 302 direct passes none at all. Canonicalization is not limited to the inclusion of alphanumeric characters. It also dictates forward slashes in the URLs. If a web server goes to http://www.google.com, they are automatically redirected to google.com/. Notice the trailing forward slash. This is happening because technically the latter is the correct format for the URL. Though this is a problem that is largely solved by search engines already, it is still worth noting that many servers will automatically 301 redirect the version without the trailing slash to the correct version. By doing this, a link pointing to the wrong version of the URL loses between 1 to 10% of its worth due to the 301 redirect. The takeaway here is that wherever possible, it is better to internally link to the version with the backslash. Another common canonicalization mistake is accidentally creating an infinite loop. That is the www.example.com and the www.example.com/index.html. The solution to this common glitch is discussed about redirecting the index file to your domain without looping in the next section. Another option for dealing with duplicate content is to utilize the rel is equal to canonical tag. The rel is equal to canonical tag passes the same amount of link juice as 301 redirect and often takes up much less development time to implement. The tag is part of the HTML head of the web page. This meta tag isn't new, but like nofollow simply uses a new rel parameter. This tag tells Bing and Google that the given page should be treated as though it were a copy of the URL, and that all the links and content metrics that the search engines apply should be credited towards the provided URL in the code. The Moz SEO toolbar lets you see relevant metrics in your browser as you serve the web. And the Open Site Explorer, or the OSE, is a free tool that gives webmasters the ability to analyze up to 10,000 links to any site on the web via the Mozscaped Web Index.